So today's a beautiful day. I'm actually taking the dog for a walk here. I thought since it's almost the beginning of the new year, we're in the middle of December right now, if you're looking to buy a home, the first thing you gotta do is check your credit. I have my past clients do this every year. I do it myself, my wife does it. Every January, you could pull all 3 credit reports from all 3 credit bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, all for free yourself. You should do this because when you go in for a loan and you go to see a lender, they're gonna pull your credit anyway. Sometimes it's actually for free, sometimes it's a small charge. That's not the point. The point is, if they find stuff on there that you weren't aware of, it's gonna delay the process for you getting that loan. So, actually I'm walking my dog. One second. Sit, stay. So try this. I'm trying doing 2 things at once here. Anyway, as I was saying, stay. If you do this, what'll happen is when you finally get the loan, everything will be right. And you could actually increase your credit score in 10 to 15 business days really easily. I'm gonna show you how in this video in a second. First, let me get this dog down. Hold on. Watch this. Come. Oh yeah, come. Oh yeah, come. Ah, you can't really help not screwing around up here. It's beautiful. You can see this water right by the water here in Vallejo, South Vallejo, by the Carquinez Straits. Really nice area to come in the back area here, walk the dog. But anyway, so I was thinking about that. It's like, start off the year right. Get all your ducks in a row with your credit report. So first thing you do is you go to this website right here. I'm gonna put the website right here. It's www.annualcreditreport.com. www.annualcreditreport.com. You go there, put all information in. It's a secured site. We'll have you pull your information for free from Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, like I said. Well, and again, it's free because just like the word says, annual. You can only do this once a year. That's why I recommend to do it every January, okay? Once you pull that credit report, hopefully you got AAA credit, you're ready to go. But what if you got a few dings and dents here and there?
Do you feel this vehicle is safe for highway travel?
Yes, I do. Yes, I really do. I believe that. I know it's not pretty to look at, but it'll get you where you want to go.
We can fix that. In fact, since I'm almost at my home office now, let me do this. Let me get inside. I'm gonna show you. You're gonna send out 3 letters, 1 letter to each credit bureau. And this 1 letter will actually wipe off most of your bad debt, if not all of it, increasing your credit score 10, 15, 20, maybe even 40 points in just 10 to 15 business days. Many of my clients have done it and it's saved them a lot of time, a lot of headache. And I'm gonna show you how to do it too. So give me a minute and hang out and I'll show you right now. Okay, I'm back here in my home office, and before we get started, I just want to put out a little disclaimer out there. Each individual circumstance is different, okay? In the past, this has worked great. I'm sure it still works great now. However, I don't know where you're at credit-wise or what's going on with your credit, if you've been through lawsuits or any type of issues that, bankruptcies. It's going to be a little different depending on how your credit report looks. But for the most part, this would be a big help, if anything, and then we can tackle all the big stuff later, okay? So we're going to do our best here. I cannot guarantee the results that you're going to get, but if you follow what I'm trying to tell you, I'm sure it'll be a huge improvement compared to what it is now. And then, of course, like I said, I'm reachable. I'm a real live human being. I'm not AI, okay? Just reach out to me if any questions or concerns. I'll be happy to hold your hand all the way through. So anyway, the first thing we do is we come here to annualcreditreport.com, okay? And you can see it's a secured site, so that means it's a good thing. So it is an official site, annualcreditreport.com. I say come here every December, every January, once a year, and get this stuff taken care of. Look at it for free because that's what it's there for. You have the right to look at your credit report for free at least once a year through the site. Oh, look what it says here. You found your dream house. Are your credit reports ready? Obviously not. That's why we're here. So if you're looking to buy a home or sell a home, just coming here. Step 1 is make sure this looks great because, like I said, your lender is going to pull your credit when it comes time for you to get that loan. And if you see any surprises or any sticker shock of what's on there, not only is it going to bum you out, but of course, it'll delay your loan. And they could fix it for you for free on their end, but then again, like I just said, it's not just delay time for you to get your loan. So do this now if you're planning on buying a home or even a car for that matter, whatever. And when they pull your credit report, you can relax without sweating any bullets because you took care of it. And that's what we're gonna do is get this thing as sparkling clean as we can get it. So once you come here, you're gonna see that you can actually knock off all 3 credit bureaus at one time: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. So right here, it says request your free credit reports. This is where you want to come. You click here. It's pretty much a one-stop shop. 3 easy steps, and you're on your way. Now, when you go here, what's going to happen is, as you fill out the stuff, you get your credit reports, and you get them 2 different ways. You're going to get an actual, they call a screen version, right on the screen. It's instantaneously. As soon as you do it, you'll see it right there. And you also get an option to download it as a PDF file or hard copy, which I recommend you do because you may need it later, or just have something. If you ever want to look at it off screen, you can do that as well. So download those hard copies as well, so you can take a look at them later. So the way this works, this method is gonna be a little bit different. I don't care what you have in your credit report, whatever it be, like I said, charge off, late payments, bankruptcies, I don't care, repos, doesn't matter, because we're not going to deal with that right now. You heard me right. We're not going to deal with that right now. What we're going to go after is your personal information, because your personal information is just as important. It can also be a big mess. Okay, so how's that look? Well, here's what I want to show you. So if we go to the actual website here, let's see this one here. This is Experian. I tried to, not Experian, Equifax. I tried to get as much current data that I could just by doing some internet searches. I think these cover sheets or these credit reports are a little outdated, but they all have different formats. That's what I wanted to show you. The main thing we're concerned about is what's at the top. It's going to be your name, your address, your date of birth. See, I don't think they say age or gender anymore. I know they don't ask for passport ID, but again, this might be an older form. But it's going to look something like this. We're looking concerned about the top stuff there, not what's on the bottom there. Okay. Another example is Experian. Experian has the same thing. Again, it should be up at the top there. You know who you are, your address, where you live, your phone, all that kind of stuff. TransUnion, which is my favorite because they're the easiest to work with. Plus, most importantly, their format is very simple. As you can see here, it just says at the top what it's a report. You got your name, your address, your employer, and then of course all the stuff in the bottom here we're not going to mess with right now, as previously explained. But here's what we're going to do, though. We're going to change a few things. I don't want a social number on there, or at least not all of it. I don't want your phone number on there, and I'll tell you why in a minute. And we definitely don't want any previous addresses. We're going to fix that because I am actually working with a client right now, and I'm going to show you. Give me permission to share this with you, as long as I block out all his personal information, which I did. And this is what it looks like here. Okay, so basically, you're going to see he's got 4 different aliases. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean by that, it could be, let's say his name is John Smith. It can be Johnny Smith, Jonathan Smite, Smite Johnny, Johnston Smythe. I mean, all these types of different ways to spell your name, either intentionally or unintentionally, it's on your report. Then the second thing we look at it is where he's lived. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 places. That's a lot of residences, okay? Look at his phone numbers. I think he's got one for every month of the year. That's crazy, okay? And then also his employment. He's worked at, 5 different places, which, by the way, doesn't work in any of these places anymore. All this has to be cleaned up. So why is this? Because one thing that I think it is somewhat of a secret, not too many people know this. When it comes to cleaning up the bad stuff off your credit report, what most people do is they'll just start disputing all that bad stuff and not worry about their personal information. Tackle your personal information first. And the reason why is this. If you have a charge-off, a repo, late payments, an account that might even be yours, when you write a letter, I'll show you the letter in a second, to the credit bureau saying this has to be fixed, whatever's tied to these addresses or these names or these phone numbers or sometimes all 3, once you tell them to remove that inaccurate information, the bad stuff goes with it. I know, it's crazy. Don't ask me how.
However, the radio still works. Funny as that may seem, with all this mess, that the radio is the only thing that's really working good, and it's clear as a bell. Don't ask me how.
But it is kind of crazy. It just happens that way, okay? So when you do that, it makes it a lot easier because, for example, say you have, 13, 14 issues or delinquent accounts. If 10 of those go away with just by doing what we're about to do right now, then you have 3 to deal with. And again, we'll deal with those 3 later, and I'll show you how in a second. So what does this letter look like? Well, let me show you. I'm glad you asked. Letter looks like this. Okay. So on this letter here, you're gonna see, very important, you put the date, your name, your address, your social security number, and of course who you want to go to. TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, and they're all on the credit report. When you go to your annual credit report, you'll see those addresses there. I don't know if they have a consumer contact department. That's not really important. At the time they did. You can put this though. This is what's actually going to make all the bread and butter of what we're doing. The actual letter. It says this: I am writing to update/correct my personal information with my file with TransUnion. Please update my address to 123 Main Street, any place, California. Please also please remove all other addresses from my credit report, as they are not deliverable to me by U.S. mail and may lead to mail fraud, identity theft, and they are not reportable as per the FCRA since they are inaccurate. Very powerful words there. What is the FCRA? For those of you who don't know, the FCRA, I happen to Google. Oh, Jesus, it's my dog. I think it's the Amazon guy. But anyway, yeah, okay. So, I just got done taking her for a walk too. Okay, so the Fair Credit Reporting Act is this. As it governs access to consumer credit report, records and promotes accuracy, fairness, and the privacy of personal information. That's very important because if you look at our letter, again, what did we say? This must be deleted because it is not accurate. Once again here, also per the FCRA, please update my name only as Jane Doe. All other names are incorrect and must be deleted. And lastly, my only employer is ABC Services. Please delete all previous employers since they are no longer accurate or valid. Please mail me an updated TransUnion credit report to my correct address above within 30 days from the day of this letter. Now, this is also important because they only have 30 days to respond. And here's how this works. Also, I've had some clients in the past, I ask them how's their credit, and they'll say, oh yeah, I got ABC credit repair working on it right now. I'm paying them $80 a month to repair my credit.
Dude, what the hell?
Well, what they're doing is, all they're doing is sending out AI, artificial intelligence letters. It's pretty much just filling the blanks. And they keep repeating this process over and over every month, and they hope that the creditor in the end will slip up and not respond after the 30 days. And then therefore it comes off your report. Okay, first of all, it is true. They all have 30 days to respond, and most of them will respond because it's not that difficult. Secondly, all the bad stuff you have on there that's been there past 7 years actually gets removed immediately right away. As soon as you make the request to remove it, because it's a statute of limitations. Once it passed 7 years, the law says it's no longer valid. It can't count against you because it's gone. So what about the ones that have been around for 3 or 4 years are still valid? Well, again, we'll dispute those in a minute. But what they're doing is they're writing these generic letters out there just saying, hey, this is not accurate. Well, guess what? TransUnion, Equifax, Experian, they have AI computers too. So basically talking robot language, okay? One robot says this, fill in the blanks. The other robot fills in the blanks, sends them out. Hopefully no one will respond. If they do, which sometimes they do, they start all over again. That's why it takes 7, 8, 9 months, because they're just hoping for a trip up, which I think is stupid and a waste of money. This way is this. We're not talking robot here. This is a letter that you're going to write verbatim. You might change a word or two, just to meet your circumstances. But what happened is, when this goes through the system and the machine, I'm sure it's all automated now, whatever automation they have, when the machines open up the letter, guess what? They don't read robot. All of a sudden, the robot can't read this because it's not their language. So guess what? It gets kicked back to a real life person there at the credit bureaus. And when they open this and they see, oh, all you want is just to change your address and not change your address. All you want to do is update your personal information, name, address, phone numbers, that kind of stuff. There's no need to dispute. You're not disputing anything. Just, make this accurate. Well, they do it on the spot. That's why you get it back 10 to 15 business days usually. Once again, don't ask me how.
It's clear as a bell. Don't ask me how.
All of a sudden, all the bad stuff that's like I explained is tied to it goes away as well. In fact, you can see here, where's my my letter from my guy here? Let me show you. What we're gonna change is this. I do not recommend. Here you can see they actually blocked out his social. I'll just put the last 4, which is fine. Is there a phone number on here? I don't know if there's a birthday. That's fine too. There's no phone number, which is, oh wait, yeah, duh. All these phone numbers, usually it's at the top over here, but you have all these phone numbers down here. I don't even put a phone number. This is how you get all those spam calls. They actually, believe it or not, they sell your name to whoever. Sometimes they sell it right on your credit report, and you get all these spam phone calls. Not necessary. No one has to call you. Whoever's called you from the credit bureau, nobody. So get rid of all the phone numbers. And like I said, all we need is just one name, one address, one employer. Half of a social security number is fine. No phone number, and of course, your date of birth is fine as well. That's all you need, and that's how clean you have to make it look. That's the goal. And this letter that we had back here, like I said, that will actually do it for you. Okay. So let's just say you get your credit report back. It looks great. All of a sudden you had, I don't know, maybe 7 items. They all got knocked out. Perfect. You got AAA credit. You're on your way. But say out of the 7, 2 are still behind because they were not attached to any addresses. They may be valid. They may have some issues that, like I said, maybe it's like a late payment or something. or actually you had to default on it because you lost your job at the time, and now it's still on your report. Well, you can dispute those. And by the way, let me say something. If you went to ABC Rentals and then you went to ABC Furniture and you signed to buy stuff and things happen, like you bought some stuff, you're making payments on it, then you ran into financial trouble, and, it's called life. It happens. And you feel bad. It's like, well, I actually did buy the stuff. I do owe them. Okay, you do. But here's the thing. They didn't forgive your loan. Okay, and they're still looking for their money. But the thing is, once they defaulted and they charge off the account, they have insurance. They have insurance that pays them. So trust me, they're good. Okay, they don't need your money. They're not going to go bankrupt. They're not going to go out of business. And in fact, if they find out that you're still around and they got paid from the actual insurance, and you're still inquiring, like, hey, you know what? I want to make good on my end. I want to pay you now. Well, now they're double dipping. Now they're just getting a bonus for all their trouble. If you think that's fair, pay them. Okay. I feel that, you know what, you had it, your intentions were good, life happened, it got in the way, and now you ran into problems and you had to default. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, forgive me. And that's what I'm trying to say. And most of the time they will, because like once they get their money from the insurance company, it's like, forget it, don't even respond. That's why they'll do it. Since they already got paid, they won't even respond to your letters, and since they did not respond, after 30 days, it gets removed anyway. Well, how do you do that? Well, then I have a book for you. I actually bought this book myself, and they actually gave me the rights to, they have actually given me the rights to sell it, but I'm not going to sell you anything here because, like I said, I just want to give you guys some value. Nothing's for sale here. So this is the book, and if you come down here, it's a great book. It's like 189 pages. You don't have to read the whole thing. Just come to the table of contents, which is really informative. And I've used this book, when I send it to my clients and stuff, and I thought it was a great book. You can see here, table of contents. Anything that is pertaining to a situation you're in is here. You got actually that's where I got the letter from. To be honest with you, it's from here. It's an inquiry removal letter 1. If the case is a little stubborn, letter 2, letter 3. There's all kind of other letters here for that. If you got tax liens, state tax liens. If you got what else you got here? Let me see. You got if you're being sued, all kinds of stuff. Repo, if you got a repo on your hands, bankruptcies. You can even remove bankruptcy. It's true. You can. Okay. I've never done it before, but I've read that it is possible. So all that stuff is here. Okay, for you to look at, and I'm gonna give you this book for free, along with the 3-letter samples you just saw here. I'm gonna put it right here. This is my Google Drive. So how did you get here? This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna come over here to Google, actually, and you're gonna Google me. You're going to Bruno Versace Real Estate, and you're going to go to my Google page, my Google business page. You won't see all this stuff here because that's just, they knows that I'm the owner here, so it gives me all that. But here's where you're going to come. You're going to see all this part right here. That's where you're going to see all this right here. Scroll down to where it says products, and right here, I was going to call that fishing your credit out of the toilet, but then I decided, well, I'm not going to go through all the process of changing the name of the book. So I kept everything the same. You come here, it just talks a little bit about what I just explained to you here on this video. You're going to click down here, it says visit site. And it'll take you to my website, hopefully. Yes, it does. Wait, I didn't ask for Victorians in San Francisco. Well, they got to talk to that guy. The wrong picture. But anyway, I don't live in San Francisco. I live in Vallejo. And you can see right here. There's my phone number. Call me. Text me. Here's my email. Email me. There's my office. Come on by. Say hi. I'm very reachable. Okay, if you lose my information, Google me. I promise you I'll come up. Okay, so here, the routine. Put your name, email, phone number, and then the message that, hey, I saw your video. I want the book, and I'll send you to my Google page. I'll send you a link to here, where it go? To here, where, well, anyway, you know where it was.
Dude, what the hell?
Right, there you go, to here, and you can actually download everything, okay? So that's how it works. Pretty much. I hope this was informative. I hope you learned something. And again, it's all free. I just want to provide a service for New Year. If you guys are looking to buy a home, sell a home, if you know anybody, I'll repeat it again. Please refer me. I especially if this helped you out. And again, if you run into problems, you know what? This is a Google page. If you do this and it worked out for you, I only got 2 Google reviews. This is basically for real estate, buying and selling homes. But I think this counts as well if I helped you with your credit, so you can actually buy a home or help you out with the home that you're selling. Give me a Google review. 5 stars would be great. If it comes less than that, don't chew me out. Call me. I'll make it right. I've had no complaints so far in the 13 years I've been doing this, and I just started this Google page. So hopefully it'll work out for you as well. You can give me a good review, and it'll be great. So looking forward to helping you out. Again, if any questions, just a phone call away. If you want to follow me, you can actually do so. Here I'm on YouTube. You can just subscribe, and every time I put up an update of what's going on in the real estate market, you'll be the first to know. So that's it for now. Have a very, very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. And I will see you guys soon. Thanks for hanging out with me.